my gosh. Oh, it's still wet, this towel. Okay, I think we're so cooked. This might be the stupidest thing ever, but here we go. First start with the flooded RS60 Spyder in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to JR Boxster and welcome to another new Porsche Boxster reveal. This one is a new Pokemon. As you guys know, we try to catch them all when it comes to Boxsters, and this is one we have not caught yet and I'm super hyped about. I impulse bought this thing on a whim. I maybe shouldn't have because
This right here is why I probably shouldn't have.
It being a flooded Boxster.
Oh boy, I have not even heard of this Boxster before. I didn't know there were so many variants, but it seems like a cool one.
Yes, this is the RS60 Special Edition. It is a numbered Porsche, and in my opinion, any one of blank number Porsches will always be collectible and popular. I'll tell you all about it when we get to the car, but it's a beautiful spec. It has a lot of cool special bits on it that make it pretty unique, but the real problem standing in our way is that this is from Hurricane Helene, the huge hurricane that smacked into the coast of Florida a month ago, just before Milton, totaling a ton of supercars. Literally, there are hundreds of supercars waiting to be sold at these salvage auctions, and we want to buy some of them, but we wanted to kind of dip our toes into a saltwater flood car with this one.
So here are the photos from the auction, and you decide for yourselves, would you have bid on this car? Place your bets now before we all see it in person for the first time together.
We're rolling up, the trucker just dropped it off. He plopped it in front of our garage. They got a video of it coming off that I'll insert now. Flood cars always look great on the outside, but it's once you start peeling back the layers that you really see the true scope of what you bought. And boom, there you have it. Christian's already got the jack ready because step number one, as you guys already know, we gotta get the emergency pull cable to get to the front battery, to get some power to this car, to go for a first start right away with all the water in the engine, right guys?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Oh, you stupid son of a...
No, we learned our lesson with the Maserati. We're never doing that again. We will 100% be pulling the coil packs, pulling some spark plugs, shoving a borescope down the cylinders to see what the condition's like, see if there's any water in there before we attempt a first startup. I know that should be obvious, but last time with the Maserati, we got a little too excited and jumped the gun, but we're not gonna do that again. We're gonna do it right this time before we get to a first startup, if we even get to a first startup. Let's check out the condition. Okay, so first impressions, Christian, the body actually looks really, really nice. But one thing I noticed, look at this. Why are all the lugs rusty but one? Guys, you seeing this? So we got 4 rusty lugs, 1 clean one. How about on the right side? Yeah, sure enough, look at this. 4 rusty lugs, 1 clean one. What's going on? It makes me wonder if the flood line was perfectly covering 4 but leaving 1 exposed. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, imagine rotating this. 1 will be the highest, like this. If the flood came this high, didn't get the top one but got the 4 bottom ones, maybe that points to where the flood line was. And if that's the case, it kind of matches what was written over here. So almost all flood cars at auction will have a water line written on them. They do that, the adjusters do that so people know what they're getting themselves into. Sometimes it's a sticker all the way on the roof to let people know it was fully submerged. Christian and I have seen those before. Or it's all the way down on the rocker to show like it was barely in the water. This isn't too bad, it's halfway up the door. Could be better, could be worse, but that would kind of nearly match with my theory of being as high as half of the wheel. I don't know, comment down below, guys. It's tough to tell.
Waterline also means that the water could have gotten into the exhaust or into the, are these real intakes?
Oh shoot, that's the bigger problem. Yeah, how high this water get, and the engine's low and in the back.
Porsche loves its low center of gravity, low flat engines. That could be our nightmare.
Oh shoot, at least a V, it's pointing upward, whereas a flat, it just rises with the exhaust.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, the exhaust. Our beautiful Porsche Sport exhaust. So you're saying, oh, guys, that's not good. That's not good. We got rusty tips, Christian, with dirt and debris in there.
Dang it.
Oh boy, that probably means water. I mean, no surprise if the water line was like right here. That means this got fully submerged. And then the engine, okay, I mean, doesn't look terrible under here, but we need to get up on the lift. Definitely some rusty bits, so I'd be shocked if there wasn't water still in this engine.
Tires from 2011.
Yeah, geez, and they still have a ton of tread, so I think that points to low mileage. Okay, let's take a look inside. This is what will probably make or break this deal. Okay, I gotta stay somewhat far away because I don't want to be breathing in bio mold. It clearly says it right on that other window. They write that when there's like immediate serious mold going on, just like the Maserati. But let's stick our head in here real quick and see what's going on. Okay, well, there's the mold that they're talking about. Could be better, could be worse. Not the end of the world. We've got this huge car cover in here. I don't know what's going on there. Actually, the car cover probably means that this car was covered in some old dude's garage when the flood hit. Oh, this is, oh no. Ah, that's nasty under the cover. Because it was blocking the sun, it was just like a dark, wet, humid environment for the mold to fester. Okay, this needs to go right into the trash. Oh my gosh.
Oh! Ew! Dude!
I can't believe this. Oh, it's still wet, this towel. Oh, that's nasty. That is so bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they probably thought they were doing a favor. Oh, give the new owner the car cover. No, it made it worse. Not the sports seats.
I know. As part of the RS60 package, you get these beautiful Carrera red sports seats, which would be worth a fortune on their own. But that one, I think it's cooked. Can we get an L in the chat, boys? Hey, at least we can like squeeze this towel and see if it's salt water or fresh water.
Give it a taste, bring it out.
Oh man, if it couldn't get worse, guys, this is just horrendous.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that, brother?
Oh, look at the mold spores flying around. Gosh, I really wish this cover and these towels weren't here. It probably wouldn't have molded up that bad. Gosh, I don't even want to touch this stuff. Oh! All right. I need to get gloves and like a fancy respirator mask. Now, before we get diving into this car, I want to tell you guys how much we paid, and you guys can go ahead and comment down below if you would do the same knowing what you know now. Don't skip ahead, that would be cheating. So I looked up the value of this car and it was pretty much spot on with what the insurance company paid out. The final payout to the owner was $36,000 and change. And when you look on Bring a Trailer and Cars and Bids for various auction results on these RS60 Spyders, they tend to go between 30 and 40 grand depending on mileage, condition, spec, all that stuff. So it's pretty much right in line. I think, especially with what I'm seeing here with like no rock chips and really nice body, that this is a lower mileage example. I have this little website hack that tells me roughly how many miles are on a car when things were registered for free. You don't even need to buy a Carfax or anything. That's just one little trick of many that we will be teaching in our car flip community, teaching you guys how to buy these cars from auction and all this stuff. That website said the car at the last registration had, I think, like 27,000 miles, something right in there. So I think this is a pretty low mileage car. So it would be worth about 37,000 bucks. So I figured, well, I couldn't get too hurt going up to like $12,000. So that was my final bid. And guess what? I ended up winning the car for $9,400, which I thought was like, oh, it's a smoking deal. I'm super happy with that. But what do you guys think? After fees and everything out the door, like $10,000 and change, maybe 11,000, plus the shipping from Florida, that was expensive, 1,300 bucks. So right now, delivered to our door all in, we're in it maybe just shy of $12,000. 9,400 plus fees is only like 29% of the car's clean title value, which I think is really good. I've been watching the market, and consistently these flooded sports cars and supercars have been going for about 45 to 55% of their clean title value. So if a car is worth 100 grand, expect it to go for 45 to 55 grand, a flood car. So getting this one for like 28, 29% of its clean title value, I was like, I'm happy with this, let's go for it. So that's the reasoning behind buying it. So be sure to comment down below if you would buy it for that money or not. And without further ado, let's go ahead and peel back some layers of that onion. All right, let's see what we're working with. Clearly you can see where the rust got. It doesn't actually look that bad, as long as that isn't sand all the way up there.
I have an idea. One lug bolt on each wheel looks new. So you thought that the water line was the 4 lug bolts and the one highest lug bolt didn't get wet. Nope, he just replaced his locking lug nuts with a new lug nut.
Really? Since the time at the flood and going to auction?
No, I think that he just, living in Florida, all of his lug bolts got rusty. And,
oh,
you know, a year ago he changed out his locking.
That's an interesting theory. Please, guys, comment your best Sherlock Holmes.
Because there's no way that all 4 tires were sitting with one lug nut being highest and out of the water. and the water line perfectly, because, you know, some of the tires would be like that.
Oh, you're right. Let's see what's in the trunk here. Come on. Okay, not bad at all. Actually, looks pretty clean back here. Super clean. Super clean, super dry. That's a great sign. So that means the water did not get high enough to be in the trunk. This was down though. That's not a great sign. Makes me wonder if they were investigating. Yeah, I will say with my experience in flood cars and inspecting hundreds of them when Christian and I flew out to New Jersey, they are not always accurate. Sometimes they'll say it was all the way up here, but it was actually lower. Sometimes they'll say it was low and the whole car was submerged. I mean, it's rare. They tend to be pretty accurate, but you will get some that are just way off from what they say. I was kind of optimistic, hoping this one would be lower, and we still don't definitively have a water line. I hope we'll be able to Sherlock Holmes it here soon and really have a smoking gun, but not sure if that's accurate.
Yeah, I wish there was a more definitive metric. I think that Copart should implement the sniff test somehow. Quantify the smell
of how bad it smells inside.
And that would really help us buy these things.
Yeah, that's funny. I wish under notes they would be like, smells like a brand new car. There was a Ferrari F12. I'll put in a picture, guys. Holy smokes, 6-spec, red interior, looked like a low mileage, pristine example, but once again, flooded out, won't light up. We don't know anything about it, don't know if it'll run. We were really tempted to buy that car, but once again, if you don't know how high that water got, and if you can't do a sniff test, then it's like you don't want to take a risk on a $200,000 car. Okay, how's it going? Yeah, wait, I didn't even get an update for it. Did you find it?
There's no loop on the end of it, so like, did somebody break this cable loop or something?
You think you popped it? It's not popped. Christian, why are we giving away our secrets? Now everyone's gonna be buying Boxsters that don't light up and using our trick.
We paid too much for this one, because you got bid up.
Still locked. You gotta pull harder. Remember, it comes out a little bit and then you gotta pull even harder. This is what, guys, like the 5th or 6th Porsche that we've bought that won't light up, that has this exact same battery issue. What a terrible design flaw by Porsche to put the battery below a hood that's electronically popped. So when it dies, you can't get to it if the emergency popper does not work. You have to go to the emergency cable, which is a pain in the butt to get to, but we don't mind it. But the auction most certainly will not go through this effort. That's why we love buying these when they won't light up. It's risky, very risky, but see? There you go. I told you, you just gotta yank it with all your might.
There's no way you can pull that cable with your bare hands. You will tear your fingers. You have to have locking pliers.
It's a stupid backup for a stupid design, and it's even stupider the fact that if you're in a real emergency, you need tools to even open it. Okay, this might give us a smoking gun of how high this water went. There could be standing water still in here. There could be fish or seashells or sand. Here we go, guys.
I feel like I see some.
Oh,
water.
Shoot.
Well, a kiddie pool.
Okay, is it salt water or fresh water? That's insane. Look at this, guys.
Looks like salt or sand.
Oh gosh. Okay, I think we're so cooked. This is just getting to the point of being funny now. How high to get? How wet is? Where's the smoking gun?
I've got some wetness all the way up here.
Well, is that humidity, mildew? Okay, here, let's see. Geez, I really don't know. 11 of 23, crap, that's not good. That's a pretty new battery. I would have preferred it to be older. This is wild. Well, here's his battery charger. Right, this is 100% salt water if it's corroding stuff like this.
I think so.
Oh man, guys, we need to get a rip in the chat. This car might be toast. Okay, back in here, I noticed that these papers are completely dry and looking like nice white bright paper. So I assume water did not get as high as the glove box. So that's a good sign. Oh look, we got the fuse box cover. Look at this.
What?
I think we have a distinctive smoking gun water line. Why else would mold go as high to there and nothing else?
True.
That's it. That's it. We have our water line. Oh boy, but speaking of corrosion, that is awful. Oh no, that's so bad. That's a horrible sign.
So you say this is a numbered Porsche? Is it one of, or is it numbered 122?
Oh yeah, wait, take a look.
It is.
I didn't look yet. What is it?
It is number 724.
Wow.
Of 1960. They made a ton of these things, man.
I mean, that's not a ton, that's a lot, but of the 1960, they did 1960 because that's the year of the original RS60.
Worldwide?
There were only about 900 that came to America.
Oh.
Some didn't have the same cool spec or whatever, so of the 6-speed cars with the red interior and the black top and all that stuff, this is actually lower than you think. The number quickly drops. That's why you've probably never seen one. Oh, I'm so mad they put the car cover on that passenger seat. Had they not, then I feel like it would have been, you know, look at that. Just amazing what being in the sun and starting to dry up the rain will do. Oh boy, the lot number and stuff. So what company was it? Allstate? That's good. It is an insurance car. Oh, water flood. Shocker. Didn't know that. Okay, here. 10/5/24. This will tell us if it's Milton or Helene. I think it's Helene, but when was Hurricane Helene? There it is. September 24th to September 27th. That checks out perfectly, meaning this car was totaled and at the Copart yard just 1 week after the hurricane. That was a quick total loss judgment. Then again, no surprise. Basically anybody in a select number of zip codes, if you made a water claim against your car, they were just totaling them left and right, no doubt about it. So this one, like many others, got totaled really quick and sent right to the auctions. A couple other things to note. Tow hook cover is out. And check this out, the front plate says Beverly Hills Car Club, so I'm guessing that's where he bought the car perhaps. I don't know enough about them, but I'm sure they sell nice cars. I told Christian, well, let's just get some battery life to it, and he's like, well, how about we check if the battery's got life first? We really hope this shows 0, because if it shows a full charge and nothing's lighting up, then that means we got some serious wiring problems.
Nothing.
Oh, good. So chat, the next dilemma we're facing is, are we gonna cause harm to anything by putting power to this car? Are we gonna like fry something that wouldn't have already been fried? I feel like we can't do any more harm than's already been done. I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, no, you idiot, don't put power to the car. You gotta clean all the modules and clean all the connectors to give it the best chance of survival and all this stuff. Guys, I don't really care. I think this car is gonna be a huge L with how bad it's looking. So at this point, I kind of just want to see how many miles are on it, and I want to see if things generally turn on, and then I want to check the cylinders, and if they're good, we're just going to send it and try to fire this thing up. And I already know there's going to be some comments being like, dude, you need to chill out. You're always so jacked up and animated and talk a million miles per hour. Like, just chill out. It's just a YouTube video about a car. Well, no, these are my favorite videos to make because you guys get to see it real time, firsthand, like what is going on with these auction car purchases, right? A lot of people want to risk it and buy these crazy auction cars, but a lot of people can't. So they live vicariously through our videos because we're sometimes the stupid ones. The jets are always interrupting my videos. Speaking of jets and sometimes being the stupid one, be sure to check out JR Aviation. We have some jet videos on the way, one of which being a massive maintenance bill on some inspections that'll probably total $30,000 or $40,000 for various inspections. Not fixing anything, just inspections on the plane. Insane, the jet world. So, but anyway, that's why we're so hyped. These are just like fun gambles, and you guys seem to usually like them, but there's always a couple people saying that we need to chill out. I'm sorry, I can't chill when like we have the prospect of making $15,000 if this thing runs perfectly fine. Okay. All right, it's one terminal off. And that's 2.
Man, there's even sand up here.
Yeah, I'm not loving this. Every time you move something, I see little particles like sand and dirt. No way water got that high. There's no way. No. The glove box, the paper in there looks great. Are we really about to do this right now? Hook up a new battery. It's gonna come to life. The engine's not gonna do anything until we turn the key, so.
I thought the key was stuck in there though.
Oh yeah, the key is in there. Okay, everything is about to light up. Are we sure we want to do this?
Here we go.
Oh gosh. Okay, I guess send it. Okay, here we go.
1.
Oh, uh-oh. Convertible top is making noise. Oh, there's the mileage, 26,000 miles. Let's go. That is so low. This thing with a clean title would be 40 grand.
All right, what else is happening? Anything?
Yeah, it was making noises. The convertible top was not happy.
I feel like I smell electrical.
You think stuff was smoking?
I just undid it. I don't know, is there anything?
No, those were spores flying around. Oh, and guys, another reason the car was just plopped right here in a not typical filming spot is because the steering lock is on. The trucker's like, hey, yo, we got a problem, dude. It won't move, like you can't turn the wheel. And I'm like, what do you mean? The key's right there. But for some reason the lock was on. So I'm like, well, just get it wherever you can. So here's where they could conveniently roll it off the truck, but now with the power going to the car, it took off the lock. So look at this. We can move it now, so we're gonna throw it back on the wheel and back it up to our garage so we can have easier access to our tools and our bore scope and all the other stuff to where we can inspect this engine, because that's up next. Oh wait.
These are red and one is not red.
You're right.
Somebody else hates wheel locks just as much as me.
Now that Christian's done up here, putting the fender liner back in, wheel going back on, we won't need to get into there anymore. Okay guys, I have a very scientific idea. We're gonna scoop up some of this water, leave it in the sun, and then after a few hours, once it all evaporates, we're gonna see if there's salt left behind. That would indicate it's salt water. I was gonna try some and just drink some, but I figured that would be actually a terrible idea on second thought. So here we go. Scoop a little up. We're just gonna leave it nicely in the sun, and then we'll come back and see if there's salt. Thank you, 6th grade science. At this point, this car is basically a Rivian. If we just toss a little more water in here and some ice, we'd have the perfect little cooler for some drinks to take to a little tailgate for the Steelers game. Speaking of that, do we have any Steelers fans watching right now? Please go ahead and comment down below. Steelers are off to a great start this season. Christian, I just had a brilliant idea. Brilliant. I saw the registration in the glove box. It probably has his address on it.
Good.
We can look how close to the ocean it was.
Sounds good.
Ha! You occasionally get lucky and they leave some stuff in the glove box. Not saying, like, ideally they're probably not supposed to. I'm obviously not gonna show the address, but I have it here in front of me. Okay, here we go, I'm gonna look it up. Oh, it's a P.O. box, no! Wait, hold on, I saw an insurance card. Will that have the address on it? No, there's no address. I really thought I was Einstein with that one. Brilliant idea, but close but no cigar. I mean, I guess I can look up the P.O. box. Crystal Beach, Florida. I mean, that's not a great start given that it says beach in it, but...
What about just his name?
Oh, you're right. With the name, that's probably enough if it's unique enough. Oh, it's pretty unique. Okay, great idea, Christian. We might still be able to do this. It's crazy what you can do with some cyber sleuthing. If you have a name, a phone number, a city, you can usually come up with a lot of information about a person. Oh, this is excellent. We have his middle initial too. I think we're gonna find him. Okay, here we go. No! This is terrible. I can't make this up. He's literally 700 feet away from the beach. This is not good at all. 700 feet away from the Gulf of Mexico. I was really hoping it would be like, oh, 5 miles inland or something like that, and it was just rain that totaled it. No, this is most certainly floodwater. So it was probably his baby, but if it was his baby, why wouldn't he even moved it away from the storm surge? Drive it away, like they knew the hurricane was coming. That's what always baffles me about these supercars. This one, okay, I get it, it's a $37,000 car, but when you have a $370,000 Lamborghini Aventador, why do you not drive it away and park it 20 miles inland when a hurricane is coming? It truly baffles me. Like with Tavarsh's P1, like how on earth do you not drive that car away to high ground? Christian's like, I know how to kill the mold. I bought this on clearance at Walmart the other day. It says kills bacteria. Yeah, I think we're gonna need something a little more than that. Whew. Yeah, oh my gosh, the mold spores flying. Do not breathe any of that. Why is it not working?
Because it was on clearance.
All right, guys, I'm going in.
Oh, nasty.
Okay, that's actually disgusting. Okay. All right, time for phase 2. I'm gonna take a pressure washer to the seat, actually. There we go. We're in business. This is not a super strong pressure washer, guys, so I think it's okay. All right, seems to be working. Time for the seats. Oh, yeah. This feels so weird, pressure washing a Porsche. You see, guys, all the paperwork is actually in great shape. So this confirms my thoughts that the glove box did not get any water in it. The mold you do see on a couple pieces is because it was put onto the passenger seat that was still under the wet towel. So if it wasn't for that, this would be perfectly good condition. So kind of cool, not that it's that big of a deal. But by the way, the other Pokemon I really want to catch is this car right here. When we were kids, this car was the hottest thing out there at the Porsche dealership. I remember going there one day and this thing was going on demo drives and I thought it was the coolest thing, the coolest color, bright orange Porsche. This was in 2008. So I was 9 years old when I saw this car ripping for the first time, and since then I've kind of wanted it. I think it's more like just a colorway special edition. There's nothing different about it, but I want it. The final 987 Pokemon to catch. Boy, you're pumping up the tires as if we're gonna go for a first drive.
I'm pumping up the tires as if we're gonna have to push it again, so I'm taking them all up to 40 PSI, make the pushing easier.
What do you think, guys? My odds of this thing being a winner or a driver at the start was 20%, but after putting some power to it and seeing 26,000 miles, I'm bumping it up to like 25 or 30. Not looking good. We're still gonna fight for you guys and make it happen. No joke, this puddle of disgusting mold mildew, I'm pretty sure could trigger COVID 2025. So let's get rid of it ASAP with our COVID 2025 towel that was in the car. Go ahead and take this and plop it on there, dry up all that. Oh yeah. What do you guys think? 20,000 likes and I drink it? That is a joke, in case it wasn't obvious. No, I'm afraid this black won't come out. Oh no! So moldy that it ripped up the leather. That's terrible. Yeah, that's the leather on the towel. That sucks. These seats would have been worth like $4,000 or $5,000. All right, we got the car up on jack stands. Time to go to work. Step number one, Christian had the idea, why don't we just pop the drain plug and crack it a bit and see if either water comes out or oil comes out. That'll tell us real quick what we're working with.
Ready?
Okay, moment of truth. If water comes out, I can't say that's unexpected, but it would definitely suck. If it's oil, that would be a huge relief. Because water is what, more dense or heavy? How does it work? Goes to the bottom. Oh, come on, come on. Be black, be black.
It's looking a little watery to me.
Oh no, I do see some water. Okay, get ready, don't.
Jeez,
It better not fall down.
I know, it's gonna be a mess.
Oh jeez. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's oil. Wait, it looks like oil.
It's a little, yeah, I like it. It's just funny because it's not hot. Like I'm used to it being hot, so it feels a little more like water.
And it looks super clean because the dude never drove this car, so he maintained it well. Holy crap. Wait, that makes no sense.
I think I'm happy with that.
Okay guys, stupid me, I did rinse this to have it a little cleaner, and there was some water left over, so a little bit of that is water, but the rest, I mean, it feels like just super clean oil. So this is a huge breakthrough. The odds of this being a win and running now are up to like 35 or 40% from 20. So, all right, 40 is generous, 35. We have a 1 in 3 chance of this thing actually like working. Same thing, 4 reds and 1 silver lug. These rusted, you gotta like, there we go. By the way, these are special wheels for the RS60, Sport Classic wheels. Probably worth a lot of money. Wow, check it out. Okay, honestly it looks pretty good except for this thing. But do you think that's because of the flood or because it's lived in Florida for 10 years? Like,
that doesn't seem like recent corrosion. That seems like developed rust.
it's not horrendous, could be better. Definitely not no Arizona, California car, but whatever, it definitely could be worse. While Christian's pulling off a coil pack and a spark plug, I want to investigate this exhaust and see what makes it different. So I've seen a 987 exhaust before. There are the headers, okay, typical. Then we go into the primary cats, and then we come up over the axle into very small tubing. That's why aftermarket exhaust frees up a lot of power. And then we go into the muffler here, which has a built-in secondary cat right here. That's why if you go with a different muffler, you ditch the secondary cat, you get a lot more volume and performance, like I said. But the PSE, as you can see, it's got a valve right here. So with the button hit, it makes it really noisy and fun sounding. So I'm trying to get a feel for what happens. So the valve here opens. Yeah, okay, so instead of going through the secondary cat through the muffler over here, it cuts the corner up through here, and I'm guessing it goes straight through to the tip. It's basically just a muffler delete, but hey, it sounds wicked. I don't know if it changes like the tune profile, but when you hit PSE, I'll put in a clip right now, because I don't know if this thing will ever run to be able to show you firsthand, but this thing sounds amazing. This car sounds wicked, and it's got that really good flat six sound. If this thing runs, you'll hear it. It is mean.
Oh, and one other good thing, the fact that these pipes go over the axles means the floodwater would have to go all the way up to here to get over the axle and down into the motor. You see what I'm saying, Christian? To get up over into the engine, it would have to go over this height.
That's good.
Dude, we could get super lucky. If the flood did not get over that over axle pipe, then there might be no water in this engine. We're about to know by borescoping the cylinder, fingers crossed. So at this point, I'm sure you're wondering why we're doing all this investigating into the engine and trying to get it to run when the rear body control module that sits below the seat at the lowest point of the interior is probably completely shot. And of course, you know that is needed for a lot of the body functions on this car for a bunch of the electronics, and that is true. But what you might not know is that you don't even need a rear body control module in there for this car to start. It'll run without the module. Sure, a lot of crap will be messed up, but we're trying to just see if it'll run at this point. Take a look at this. Here's a body control module that came out of, I forgot, maybe the blue Boxster we bought a while ago that we hit a home run on. Yeah, looks like it was at the bottom of the ocean with the Titanic. So I'm sure the one in this car looks even worse than that. But again, that'll be a future part 2 thing. If miraculously this engine runs, then we will worry about sorting out little like, oh, the lights stay on and oh, the seat won't move. Like, okay, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about the $15,000 engine. So that's what we're gonna focus on. And maybe, if the cylinders look good, we can try to go for a startup, but there's no telling if the starter's actually gonna work. That sits pretty low. That could have gotten salt water on it. So we're still trying to be optimistic here, but don't get your hopes up yet. Oh boy, this will be really telling. Coil pack looked good, but how's the spark plug look? So if water got in there, it'll be completely rusted up and look disgusting.
Probably a little film of oil on it though, just from the last time it ran, ought to help.
Dun, da, da, da. Yeah, those look good.
I think it looks pretty normal.
Whoa! And he's got the correct one, the 4-tip green Bosch. I'd venture to say that looks pretty darn good. It's the original plug, I'm guessing, unless he changed it along the way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the real moment of truth. Borescoping the cylinder. If you haven't already yet bought one of these from Amazon, you gotta do it. Not sponsored in any way. But this is like my best automotive find for a tool on Amazon. It's like 20-something dollars and it can tell you, and it just plugs into your phone, and then you just open the app and then it'll hook up to the camera, boom, and now we are live. All right, go a little further in. What is that? So that's the piston. Okay, definitely got some carbon buildup, no worries, we can get rid of that. All right, how's the side look? Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, look at that cylinder wall. Looks great.
There's the valve. Is it open? It's open. Is that exhaust or intake?
Frick, I don't know.
Kind of looks like exhaust.
That one's closed. The other one's closed.
Only one will be open at a time.
Wow, that's so cool. I'd venture to say it looks pretty good in there.
How many valves per cylinder?
2, I think. So, see guys, the reason we're thinking about doing another one is because if the exhaust is closed, then that means that exhaust water wouldn't have been able to get in the cylinder because intake is higher up the car. So we really want an exhaust to be, sure enough. Which is which? Oh, the burnt one. The hotter one is exhaust. That one's exhaust. Let's do one more cylinder and then let's try to start this bad boy because this is a great sign. Wow, guys, is our luck going to continue with this risky Porsche? Okay, and the number 2 plug's looking even better than the first. Time to hit it with the borescope. Whoa. All right, now for the valves. Ka-chow. Oh, nice looking cylinder wall. All right, little
Both closed.
Dang it.
Well, when we sell this engine to a Cayman bore scoring 3.4 liter guy.
Oh wait, yeah, I should be taking pictures of this to show no bore scoring. This is really good actually. Oh, these look amazing. I mean, that's what you get with a 26,000 mile motor. Okay, perfect. So you can snap photos with this app and it saves it to your camera roll. Easy peasy. You can even get a video. All right, screw it. I guess we'll get a video. All right, go up and down. Nice, look at that. All right, we did our due diligence. Let's try to fire this thing up. Okay, Christian's putting back in the spark plugs and the coil packs, and we are gonna send it and go for a first startup. Yeah, there's maybe a chance that neither of those cylinders could have gotten water on them based on how the valves were sitting or whatever, but both looked great, so we're gonna send it. Our bigger problem is gonna be that horrendous fuse box, and will it allow the engine to even turn on. You know, you got like the fuel pump relay, various fuses that need to be in order for this engine to start. So if all those fuses are shot, then we have no shot of starting the engine, but we're gonna go for it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is wild, the fact we're going for a first startup and we still got standing water in the car. Okay, terminal going on, here we go. Okay, that light in here works. No tail lights, we do have the door lights, that's good. The dash is lighting up. 26,200. I just checked the vehicle history report I have again. That means that this owner only put like 600 miles on the car. How do you buy this and only put 600 miles on it?
How many miles did we put on the yellow Murcielago?
Okay, 200, so who are we to say? Okay, it's making noise back here. You guys hear that? What is that? It's like the convertible top, but okay, we don't care about that. Nothing smoking? All right, let's go for it, screw it. Let's just send it. Airbag light on. A lot of unhappy stuff on this car right now, but all right. Key, all right, let's put the key to 2, see what happens. Is the radio gonna work? Oh, we got lights, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ugh, it's blowing mold. Oh, okay, I'm happy the fan blower motor works. Everything's lighting up, Christian. I mean, yeah, it's showing the typical rear body control module faults of everything, but should we check if the radio works?
Spoiler.
Oh crap. Radio does not work. Spoiler, I'm sure, is shot. Nothing lights up there. No, the exhaust button doesn't work.
Windows.
Windows, windows, windows. Hey, windows work.
Seats.
Seats? Are you kidding me? These things definitely got soaked. I doubt it. Nope.
You're airing out.
The seats do not work. Do we try the top? Dang, top doesn't work either. Okay, well, let's just put the windows down. Try to air this thing out. What a shame on the seats. That driver's seat is so nice and so comfortable and clean, and then that one's ruined because of the mold. Okay, will the starter even engage? Here we go. We probably should have left it up on the jacks in case the starter doesn't work. We'd bang on it with a hammer. Okay, well, we're about to find out in 20 seconds here. Oh, let's see if the lights work. Here we go.
Yep.
Wow. Brake?
No rear lights at all.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a body control module thing. What about reverse?
No.
Wow. Okay. Turn those back off. Okay. How can I go through the oil display to see the... Oh crap. I didn't mean to hit that. Wrong one. This one. It's giving me every failure in the book. We can wait 53 minutes and 31 seconds to see the oil level.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, who needs to know the oil level? It's not like water could have entered it and sent the oil level 2 times what it should be, but...
You crack the drain plug, there's oil in it.
This might be the stupidest thing ever, but here we go. First start with the flooded RS60 Spyder in 3, 2, 1. No way! No way! Holy crap! It's not even smoking! It's doing the typical Boxster, we gotta name that something, the what? The Boxster tap, the Boxster click?
Not that bad.
It's just the hydraulic lifters. They take some time to, if you haven't driven the car in a long time, which clearly this dude drove it 500 miles in his whole ownership, so we'll give it a chance to settle down there. Don't be alarmed, that's a normal sound. Yeah, hopefully it does not pull a Maserati and blow up 50 miles later. Now Christian, in Arizona it's so dry and hot we don't normally get this. Are you sure? It's a little cold out, but it's dripping water out the back. I want to go ahead and quickly add the Techron fuel cleaner to the fuel. Should have done this to start, but I didn't think it would actually run. This is just unbelievable. It doesn't even have a check engine light on. Are you kidding me? The fact that we're now going for a first drive while still having Gulf of Mexico water in the car is wild. All right, let's turn it off and try to get a oil reading. All right, so if you think the key's gonna work? I'm gonna say no. Oh, it actually works.
And the rear lights flashed. We couldn't get brakes or reverse or anything.
That's weird.
How do you get white reverse lights with an all red tail light?
Yeah, you're right, with this RS60 tail light. Maybe they're red reverse lights. Okay, so now let's see if the gas opens up. Yep, opens up. Boom, all it needed was a lock and unlock. from the key that somehow still works.
Look what I found. We've got a used 987 radio.
Oh yeah, from our other car that we thought needed it, but it didn't end up actually needing it. Well, this car, I'm sure it's just a rear body control module related issue, but if not, that's good to know we do have a radio. Let's give the gas a little smell test. Make sure water didn't get in there. Oh yeah, that smells like good gas. So now we're gonna go ahead and add the Techron Complete Fuel System Cleaner. This is a wise thing to do for any car, especially a sports car that just went through a hurricane, and it helps stabilize fuel, which, given how little he drove this car, it's probably like multiple years old, so that'll certainly help. All right, we pulled out the 430 earlier to give some kids some rides in it. Now we gotta pull it back in, so 3, 2, 1. Jeez. Always funny when people see all these supercars and they're like, why do you care so much about $5,000 Boxsters when you have Ferraris, Lamborghinis to drive? Well, sorry, this channel is called JR Boxster for a reason. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. That's not a great sign. It is showing over max level. Okay, so that genuinely could be the little water got in there and it pushed the oil above the max level. Okay, well, I think we'll drain a little bit to be safe. Okay, we're gonna dress the overfilled oil right now, even though we were gonna go to dinner. We're gonna back it up, drain it a bit. We're gonna take out about, well, maybe half quart, and then hopefully it drops down. If it doesn't, then that means some water could have entered or some serious overfilling could have gone on, and at that point we'll just do an oil change. But otherwise, I mean, it looks like super clean oil, so. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I want my sport exhaust. Do the lights work? We do have lights. Oh, wait, the exhaust button just worked. Nice. It didn't work before. Oh. All right, here we go.
And one more foot. And...
Hey, it works, it moves. That was reverse.
Yeah.
My guess is there's most certainly mud and crud and water in those mufflers, but it wasn't high enough to go over the axle. So it just chilled out in the rear box, which is kind of steaming off a little bit. So I'm not really worried about that. Oh, your hand's gonna get pretty bad. Okay, okay.
I don't think that's very milkshakey.
Yeah, it looks super clean. All right, shouldn't be overfilled now. Okay guys, on second thought, this seems too thin. Look how it's moving around like water. But it's not water. We'd be able to see like bubbles and mixing and crap. So it might just be a super thin zero weight oil. Comment down below, is this looking like used oil? Or is this the beginning of a water milkshake? Well guys, to play it safe, I think we'll just do an oil change.
Oh, really?
That'll come along with a rear body control module swap, along with a electrical fuse box corrosion killer treatment. But the fact that this thing started up and ran, the engine appears to be healthy and strong. It obviously moves. I didn't try first. We'll do that next video. But reverse works, is a massive, massive win. What are your thoughts? You cannot tell me you rolled up here thinking, yep, this is gonna start by the end of today.
Oh gosh, mixed emotions. The car is so clean because it only has 26,000 miles, but yet this was one of the more flood cars, I think. But this is crazy. Our Gran Turismo was a peach, smelled great. No signs of water anywhere, right?
And it blew up.
And it blew up.
Okay, well, you'll have to find out next video, guys. Part 2, subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? We're taking the craziest risks when it comes to Porsches and some of these various other project cars on YouTube. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Like I mentioned earlier, if you guys want to be in our car flip community thing that we're launching soon, be sure to hit that wait list down below. Like I said, we didn't go into this car purchase thinking, yep, this is gonna be a 100% winner. This was more of just like a crazy content YouTube idea, but now it appears that it will be a crazy winner. This engine alone, I'll put up a picture from an eBay listing, because they bore score so often, a clean running 3.4 liter Porsche motor, over 10,000 bucks for a low mileage one like this.
Sheesh.
So we're good. We're in the clear. That's 10K. The seats are 2K.
that's our 12K we have in it.
It's gonna be a cool car.
This is gonna be a fun rebuild, so stay tuned for part 2. I think this was a big win, but go ahead and comment your thoughts down below. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.
Say that it feels right.